now wife of 37 years, on an airplane. I was on my way to visit a friend of mine in Minneapolis, and she was on her way to Minneapolis to meet a then boyfriend. And we happened to sit next to each other on an airplane. And she was reading a book about on a class on industrial psychology, which was a very same or similar class that I had taken the year before when I was continuing education in industrial psychology as part of my human resources background. And I talked to her about the book that she was reading, and it was pretty clear I was annoying her. But I asked a question and then another question and another question. She finally looked at me and said, obviously you need to talk, so I'll put my books away and we'll talk. By the end of the conversation, it became apparent to me that she'd be a lot of fun to hang around with, boyfriend or not. And I convinced her that she was going back to school and that I, as a recruiter, would be able to help her find a job when she was out of school, and wiggled her phone number from her and called her after about a week to get together. And we did, and had a really nice time together. And I think it was 10 weeks later we got married. Yeah, 10 weeks. So that was our life together, and had a great time. And we've been having a great time learning about each other ever since. I am professionally a recruiter, a headhunter, and have been doing that for a number of years, most of my adult life. And as a passion, I play a lot of sports, and my main sport is to play baseball, and I still am active in an adult baseball league. And I'm also a board member of the baseball league itself, and used to be in charge of player personnel, meaning I was responsible for bringing new players into the league. And in doing so, I had to go to all of the baseball facilities and baseball academies to see what they offered and to encourage the new members of our league to try to work out and try out in these places. And I became an active member of one of these baseball academies. And one day, the owner of the baseball academy told me that he wanted to sell his academy, and would I take over? And about 8 years ago, I said yes, and took over the baseball academy. So I now am a owner and operator with two younger partners, thank goodness, and run not only one baseball academy, but a second one that we opened about 6 months ago. So yeah, I have a few things going on in life, both business-wise. One is a real business that I can actually earn a living on, and one's a passion that one of these days I hope to pass on to somebody else to try to make a living out of that. We found Temple Jeremiah because we were members of Solel, another congregation in the northern suburbs, for the first few years of our marriage, because Jody's parents were founding members of Solel, and she also went to Solel. We enjoyed the temple and the rabbi at the time, but we're really having a very difficult time with their school. And we felt that they were not addressing some of the needs that we had for one of the children that we had that could use a little extra attention. Had some special needs for educational things at that time. And they were really very unwilling to help and inflexible about helping. And so we knew very well about the reputation of Temple Jeremiah and Temple Jeremiah's school system. And because of Jody's background in religious education, knew that if we were not going to be a member of Solel because of her affiliation, we were going to only go to Temple Jeremiah because of the school systems. And that was our introduction to Temple Jeremiah. And it has been a really strong decision on our behalf, because we've really become involved and ingrained into the Temple Jeremiah community. It started with the school. It continued with all of the community that we had within Temple Jeremiah. And, there was a period of time when the children were going through school and finishing through confirmation that we were wondering if this was the place to be on a longer lasting basis. And when Rabbi Cohn came aboard, it's not only resolved that issue, but solidified that issue. And it's been the greatest thing that we've ever had. And we know even if and when we retire, and even if we were to move somewhere, we maintain our membership at Temple Jeremiah. It's been really that great for us and for our children as well.